So I like to help people. I like to help people on my spiritual journey, on a self-healing journey, but also people to create their own platform, be a content creator. I want to help people get on the path. I just had a comment on YouTube where someone's literally just said, "Thanks so much, you're a lifesaver. I've been trying to do something this way." I think it was my audio with setting up the microphone and whatnot, or something like that. And I like to do that, you know. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'll help people. I show people sort of how I do things. So on this occasion, I just want to show people why I have done my YouTube a certain way and how I did it. Now, the views are low because I've been throwing them out. I've been throwing videos. I'm taking videos from my TikTok and I'm sort of spamming them over to YouTube. YouTube's never going to show you videos day one like that. It's not. But I just want to get them out there because then I feel like it's almost like I feel like it's more secure on YouTube and I feel like peaceful now. Like if anything happened to TikTok, oh, thank God for that. Because I was always a bit worried about that. Like TikTok have too much power over my profile and I actually prefer YouTube as a channel. So I see TikTok more as sort of short snippets. That's what it should be, but I haven't been doing that. And I feel like it's more of a social media. So if you've got something on your mind, you stay it there. Whereas I think YouTube's more professional. So anyway, there's a difference. Once we understand the difference between each platform, that helps, but also it's important that we present ourselves a certain way. Now, just if we briefly look at TikTok, I get fed up with TikTok because every video blends into each other. It's so annoying. There's no way you can personalize it, but it's finicky. You'd have to do some work, and I just think, oh, that's just annoying. Okay, you can make playlists, but you can make playlists everywhere else. With YouTube, we can make cover art. Now, again, you can do it on there, but I'm not doing it twice. Priority here for YouTube is YouTube. So again, forget the views. I don't care at the moment about that. I wanted to personalize it. If I put every single video on there and they all went blended in, it'd be a nightmare. But I found a middle ground because I'm not someone that wants to create sort of custom art every video. I'm not doing it. It's too much. You have to be a graphic designer or hire someone for that. And I ain't going down that route, at least yet. I don't see me doing it, to be honest. I've not got the patience for it. So if you just look at my content, what I've done, I've separated everything. I've come up with like concepts for like different playlists because I just want to make sections. So I've done like an announcements section here. So if I've got anything on my mind, it's pertaining to my channel, to something I'm doing. It's like maybe there's going to be a change to the way I create videos, and things like that. I think that's useful little announcement section. Then I've got a featured section. I decided that at the end. I was like, well, you're going to have a lot of videos now. What ones do we think? If someone's new or someone's looking to get the most out of your channel, I think a featured section's good. Like I would start with these videos, you know, watch these. These are going to help change your life really, or they're going to have a huge impact. So that's my featured section. Thinking Out Loud is similar to my podcast. I create a podcast. There's more episodes here. I need to extract audio to make them continue with my podcast. So that's something I'm delving into, but let's not deviate too much. So I created a custom cover for it, but then I realized I'm not making a new cover every time. I just want to change the title, the headings, you know. So I'll make a template and then just change the titles. It don't take me long. So what I do, I post a video to YouTube. While that's uploading, I go over to Photoshop when it's ready. Oh, I haven't got it ready. Okay, I thought I had it ready. So let's say I start with my spiritual template. All I'll do is come in and I'll keep spiritual the same. All that's the same. All I'll do is type over this one. I'll retype whatever this is. You know, like, see, and then that's it. Then I'll save it as a JPEG, and then I'll upload it into TikTok, into YouTube at the part where it says thumbnail. You just upload it. Boom. So I can change these effortlessly, and it ain't such a hard graft. The work has already been done. Like I say, I've made different playlists. So Thinking Out Loud is the self-healing growth, my perceptions on society. Spirituality, I realize that obviously there's different sides to me. I'm not just a one-trick pony, you know. It's like I wanted to show people the deep side of spirituality, the concepts of it, and the things I've experienced. Then I was like, well, that's that side, but sometimes it's more like a personal touch, and that's the tarot psychic. So if I'm having a reading with someone, a conversation with someone, it's a bit more off the cusp, a bit of a fly on the wall. These are the ones, at the moment, they've come off my TikTok profile. Later on, I think there'll be less of them in future, but only when they're needed. For the most part, I'll be focusing on the spirituality and the thinking out loud. TikTok originals are random videos from my YouTube, my TikTok profile, where I'm like, where do I put them? I don't want to just start throwing them out, and they need a cover because I want people to understand they were created on TikTok first because they're not modern. I don't want people to get confused and think this content's fresh because I'm trying to elevate my content now. Like I say, I'm focusing more on better audio. I don't want to put on YouTube less quality, but there's things I've created in the past that I don't want to be forgotten. Especially if it's timestamped, that's really important to me. If something I created on TikTok and I said this was going to happen, or it's a bigger part of my growth and healing, I don't want it to get lost. Because I don't know how stable TikTok is in the long term, but I have a lot of faith in YouTube. So I want YouTube to be like my time capsule, really, and to be like a way to just document a lot of my journey and to be a healing place for people. I feel like I say, I think TikTok just lose so much of the content. It's so hard, but YouTube, you can get yourself all comfortable, and I can have longer sessions here. But to get back on track, they will have their unique cover designs. I even got a gaming one. All I do there is again the same thing. It's like it already says gaming. I just changed the title at the top. You know, put a different cover, put a different logo on the top of that one. Again, the same with my reading one. You just change the title, change the cover of the book. I haven't done so many of them. And that's where I'm at, and I've only been doing it over the past few days. It was like, let's get this presentable, really, because then if someone ever comes to check me out, for instance, it's organised. If I hadn't done that, the videos would have blended in. No one will know where to start. Now, if someone's interested in my path and they want to take a moment to check out what I do and what I'm about, I think you can see straight away this person's got ideas about things. You know, like I've got psychology, toxicity, reputations. There's something of substance here. Maybe they go and check out more of the playlist. The spirituality, maybe you look at that. He's on a spiritual journey. That's interesting. What's he experienced on it? Hear my thoughts on that. Tarot Psychic, you get to see some of the prophecy, really, some of the things that have been spoken about. So anyway, yeah. So where these templates come from, initially, I created this one. It started off with just the background and I think and the font. Then I added these little images myself. I created that design. I just trying to make it quick and simple. I didn't want to overcomplicate it. So if you go on Canva, Canva's great. All I do straight away is type YouTube because then I know it's in the right thumbnail size because there's other templates. So let's say I click on this one. Now, some of them are pro. You may get a free trial. It's worth it. If you can get the free trial, I'd say grab as much content as you can and create those templates, really. Save them. Make it as basic as you can. Don't make it a cover title in terms of all the text because you can add that in Photoshop. You don't want to make it too hard to edit. If you put a text over it that you can't type over later, you're going to have a problem because you got it's stuck. So there's some free ones. I think this one might be free. So this one's a free one. You could take that, and then when you click it, you could customize it, take his face off, put your face in. If you don't need 3 layers, you could always remove one. There's all sorts of things you can do with this. And that's literally what I did. And you can like, if we just go on it quick, just to quickly, it always says that, go to desktop app. I haven't got the desktop app. I had in the past, but that just doesn't make sense. So if we just click this, you can remove him. And if I go edit photo, I can actually put myself in. So, oh no, I think I've got to put my own photo in. There's a replace button, but you can edit him anyway. If you had the pro, you can do more than that. So if I take him out and then I go to my upload. So some of them I've already got the backgrounds taken off. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's say I did that one. I can now put my head there. Yeah, I mean, you just change the text. If I put gaming or something for here, look, I can just put gaming, boom. Something, and then you would save it. So you do share, and then just download. So download, because it's free, I'll only let you do small. You don't need it any bigger anyway. So boom, grab that. Then you go over here, file, and just make sure you save it. I'll put folder. So if I do save to folder, I've got spiritual, YouTube, LinkedIn, podcasts. It's just like, so I don't lose them. If I log into Canva in the future, I can make those edits. You know, I can carry on where I left off rather than do it all over again. But some people, I think, come on here all the time and they keep editing their, and then for me, it's very long-winded. So I just go on Photoshop, boom, edit the text, save, chuck it up. It's a middle ground because the text doesn't, the design doesn't change. It doesn't vary. In the ideal world, every single thumbnail would be entirely unique, but I don't have the time for it, to be honest. It's like that. This is the best I'm going to do with it because it's like, and for me, it's presentable. I like it. But anyway, I didn't want to gatekeep really and show leave how I do things to sort of like the imagination. I'd rather people had a glimpse, and it's up to them if they want to do something similar.